check that out here real quick. But today we're going to be talking about automating your calendar, automating your schedule. Hopefully you guys know a little bit of something about automating your schedule already. If not, again, we'll be breaking it down to you. All right, I think that did go live. Cool. We'll be breaking that down to you today and showing you exactly how to do that. There's actually a couple of softwares out there that actually you can utilize that you probably have already done, like a Acuity, I believe is the name of it, and a Calendly is another one. But we can actually eliminate those bills. And when you utilize SB Money Flow, you'll actually get all of that inside of the tool. And we're going to be showing you some cool ways that you can go about utilizing your calendar and automating it today. So hopefully you guys can start this process for yourself as well. And I'll tell you one of the key things about automating your calendar and your schedule. You'll often hear me say this a lot. Definitely if I'm teaching you guys, you get in my programs, is this the FU. That's one of the things that helped me get to my success. And I believe that it'll help a lot of you guys get to your success as well. And it is the FU. And that's the follow-up. And honestly, a lot of y'all follow-up game is just not good. And this software, Small Business Money Flow, it was developed to help the not good person with the follow-up game look like you're a master at it. Of course, you're still going to have to do a little bit of work, but we have given you the platform that can take you to the next level. So make sure that you guys tune in. And if you have any questions at any time, go ahead and hit the Q button. Go ahead and type Q and put your question in the comments. Or once again, you guys can join the live segment here. And if you're in the Small Business Money Flow program, you already got the tool. And you have a question that you want to ask me about your own stuff, you're more than welcome to go to officialtravisdavis.com, or you can scan that QR code and it'll bring you here to the live feed, and we can actually talk about what you got going on there. But every Thursday, I'm going to dedicate it to the system here of Small Business Money Flow, so you guys can get a better understanding of, what these tools can do for you, and most importantly, how it's going to help you become the best government contractor that you could be. But before we dive in to automating this stuff out, make sure that you guys are putting in the comments whether you're watching it on replay or you're watching live. I still got the music playing. My bad. Is the music still playing? That was before. All right. My bad. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting about that music thing. But whether you guys are watching on replay or you're watching live, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that share button. Also, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown before we start talking about the automation of your calendar and how to do that. Give you just a quick rundown of our schedule that is coming up next week. I don't think that we did this Thursday, but we'll find out. Let's see what we got going on here. Once again, if it's your first time watching me, make sure that you guys go over to my Instagram. Follow me over there. I give a lot of information in my stories, so you don't want to miss out on that. Also, again, today we're going to be talking about scheduling and automations. So make sure you share this out again with somebody so they can find out this information and how you can start to automate your time. Now, before we really dive in a little bit deeper, I do have a 30-day GovCon Business Blueprint Challenge coming up January the 2nd. On January the 2nd, we're literally going to be helping you build your business inside of Small Business Money Flow for 30 days. And we're going to help you become a government contracting consultant. That's the way that I operate. That's the way that I believe is the best way to think about and process the government contracting information. Because as a consultant, we're just problem solvers. And if you're smart as a problem solver, you do whatever you need to do to solve the problem. So that'll open up all the pathways of government contracting. So for 30 days, I'm going to help you guys understand that process. And also as a government contracting business, we're understanding that the government is just the customer. So we're going to be helping you build the business for 30 days. So not only does it do work with the government, but it works business to business and business to consumer. So once again, you can join this challenge by going to sbgovconlive.com. Get yourself registered now. And then when you get yourself registered, tell somebody else about it. You're going to get a link that you could tell somebody else about the challenge, and you're going to get $100 every time that they sign up for that challenge. So once again, make sure you visit sbgovconlive.com. Get yourself registered. January 2nd is the kickoff for that. If you want to stay up to date with information that I got going on as far as the trainings that I do, the lives, my Dollars to Cents podcast that happens, all of this information is saved on YouTube. So make sure you scan that QR code, come over to my YouTube channel, and just binge watch. I got tons and tons of information and videos on there on government contracting, business, cryptocurrency, you name it. It is sitting on there. So make sure you take advantage of that. What else do we have here? This coming Tuesday, for our Dollars to Cents podcast, we will be talking about Investing 101. So that'll be happening Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Once again, make sure that you follow us on the YouTube channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that save button as well while you're there, so other entrepreneurs can find out what we got going on over there. So once again, that is next Tuesday. We're going to be going over investing. Wednesday, we will be talking about all of that set-aside stuff, the women-owned certification, 8A certifications, HubZone certifications. We're going to be breaking that down next Wednesday at 7 p.m. and kind of giving you the strategy behind it, the importance of the certification. So once again, that's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday. You don't want to miss out on that one, definitely, if you got a certification. And next Thursday, we will be talking about building high converting funnels. You probably heard about the word funnels or websites, whatever words you need to use. We're going to be talking about exactly how you can go about doing that inside of SB Money Flow. That's going to be next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. But today, again, we're going to be going over how do we automate our schedule? How do we automate our calendar? Now, how many of you guys have missed appointments or forgot to follow up with somebody because you told yourself that you were going to do it and it just never quite happened because you forgot to follow up? You put too much stress on your brain. If you've ever missed something because you didn't quite remember, go ahead and put a me in the chat. I want to know how many of you guys have done that to yourself. I guess I got to get my comments back up here. All right, Carla, my man Carla said I got the alert on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, we are live. That's what I'm talking about. LinkedIn, it's about time. All right, I missed all my people. I forgot my chat. What's going on? We got Gavin from Denver back in the building. Larry from VA back in the building. Noose is in the building. What's happening? All right. Andy, I appreciate the badge on Instagram. I see we got a couple people that you've messed up your schedule before. Okay. And we're going to solve this problem today. I used to do the exact same thing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's why I came up with the whole thing, F you. Because I needed something to remember. And I'm telling you, the importance of getting to where you need to be will literally be a person. I don't know who the person is out here that is going to change your life, but it's not a website that's going to change your life. It's not a piece of software. It's not a sales page. It's going to be somebody else hearing your voice that can make the impact that you need. But you got to have these systems around. So, matter of fact, before I really need you guys to get a better understanding around this thing called money, because you'll get a better reason or understanding or view of why you need to invest in the systems. Okay. Now, I know most of us know investing. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. We've heard about investing. Most of us are somewhat either involved or looking into investing. So let me show you guys something here really quick, okay? So the reason I tell you guys don't really pay attention to real estate or stocks and all of that stuff if you ain't got your money in order and you ain't cash flowing money already, $10,000 should be your first goal every month, right? The first investment that you guys are going to go look to make is, I always tell you, should be yourself, right? And when I say yourself, it's like books and softwares and programs, educational courses, because here's the thing. Let's say it costs you, I got to fix my studio over here. Some things is broke. Let's say it costs you, okay, $10,000. It costs you $10,000 to get software and another coaching program. All right. Now, if you took that $10,000 and you took it to the stock market, you're probably going to get maybe a 10% return, hopefully. Okay. So that's going to give you $1,000 in 365 days, hopefully, prayfully. It could definitely go down. It could be a little bit more, but what it won't be is like 50%. It won't be another $10,000. That'll be 100% return. It won't be that. So that's why I'm showing you guys percentages, right? But if you take that $10,000 and you invest it into a book, a software, a program, or something like that, you could have a system that returns you $200,000. So now you get an understanding of, well, wait a minute. Instead of me taking my couple $1,000s that I got sitting in a corner and investing it in these vehicles that I can't get to where I want to be because the dollars don't make sense. Like, for me to put $10,000 on there and expect it to make $1 million, it don't make sense. But me doing that and investing it in my mind, well, I can do that. I have the capacity of turning $10,000 into $1 million when I learn how to do it. Right? So now the other trick to this thing called money in business is here becomes the kicker. Since I know that the same way of me putting the money in the stock market and investing and expecting a 10% return, well, me putting it into software programs and I'm expecting a 200% return. Well, the only thing that's stopping me from getting a 200% return is this thing called action. And I have to do the action and be consistent. I'm running out of room. My bad. You can't not be consistent with the actions that you take. And if you do those two things together, you will get everything that you want. But see, the way that we've been taking our actions have been difficult because we keep using these things to take action, called our hands. And I don't physically mean your hands, but if you got to like post all the time and you at your phone, and I mean, that's using your hands to me, and you got to make calls all the time, like it's using your hands to me. If you got to go outside and work you're using your hands all the time. So we got to change that, because business, you don't start. Look, guys, we got it backwards. You don't start a business to make money. That's what we've been trained to do. If I start the business, I make money. No, 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 no. You use the money for the business. You got to allow money to be the business, not your hands. So what do I mean by that? So again, I'm investing back into me. Forget the stock market. Forget the real estate. I can guarantee you those two things ain't going nowhere. They've been around since I was a kid, and they still here today, and they ain't going nowhere. But this stuff that I'm talking about right now, time's a ticking. Because I don't know when the big man going to ask you to tap out. But you're the most valuable asset out here in this world to give you the returns that you want, but we just got to operate differently. So since I said money is the business, okay, so what if I started to say, well, $10,000, what can I do with $10,000? All right, well, shameless plug, SB Money Flow, it's going to cost me $4,000. Okay. So let me write that out. SB Money Flow. Oops, my pen went dead. Sorry. So SB Money Flow, I'll just put SB. It's going to cost me $4K. That's for a whole year. That's 365 days. Just get it out the way. All right. Now, I may need an admin assistant, a VA or something of that nature. You can get a VA right now for like a good one at $1,000 a month. Okay, so I only got $10,000, but I need the system that gave me $4K, so I'm $4K out. But you said $1,000 a month, so I'll plan for 3 months up front. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a VA is going to be $3K. That gives me some time, and I still got some change left over. I don't even need to spend no more money right now. But now I understand that a $7K investment, well, I know the SB Money Flow thing by itself. I can resell that. I'm going to make $700 a pop every time somebody spends $4K. So now I can say if I sell that 10 times, well, I've made $7K. So technically I got a platform now, and I got a product that can give me the returns that I need. But if I really want to look at this and I say that my expenses is $7K, guys, guess what I should do? I should come up with something to sell for $7K. I mean, it's just that easy. What can I sell for $7K? Well, if you stay in your lane, you could probably do it. But here comes the kicker. You could probably do it a whole lot faster if you stayed in your lane and you found the people who are doing 10K, 100K, a million, right? Now my job becomes F you. It's just that simple. Because those people are in different rooms. They don't have time to hear your life story. They don't care about your life story. But what they do care about is money. And in order to get this money and partner with these individuals who are looking to make more money, you're going to have a system in place that looks like it does $1 million. See, when you can't F you, I already know that you don't have a system in place that's worth my time of partnering with you. Because you're going to ask me to do more work when you can't follow up with me. So I had an individual, this guy that, I'm hoping to do some business with. He said something real simple to me the other day when I talked to him. He said, "Hey, Travis, I'm in a rush. I need you to call me back on December 8th at 6:00. Sure, no problem. Hung up the phone. Most people would try to remember that. Not I. I went to my system. And I went to a website and quickly punched that in, and boom, it went through the whole process. And that's what we're about to break down to you today. I'm trying to tell you guys, one person can change your life, but you have to be able to follow up with them. I don't know if it's a contract officer. I don't know if it's another person that owns a business that could potentially put you on their team. I don't know if it's a company that owns a product and you could possibly resell their product and have the best pricing. But what I do know for sure, that no matter what it is or what niche, is that you got to be able to follow up with people. The person that follow up wins. You need to have in the back of your mind, how many times did I say F you today? And chances are 95% of y'all didn't tell nobody F you today. And if you did follow up with somebody today, it may have possibly been the gossip, but it wasn't for no business. So let's take a look at this. I know I be hurting some feelings too. It's okay. We're going to change screens here and we're going to dive into SB Money Flow. All right. Now, SB Money Flow, when you guys get started with this, again, you're going to go through an onboarding process so my team can walk you through and set up your account. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit more. You guys can see, man, I hate zooming in because it changes up my view, but we'll try to make it work right here. Now, just a quick thing before we go over the calendars. I did add some features into your account, so all of you guys should have access to the GovCon Cheat Codes AI, which is under now Pure Money AI. When you guys go in there, you should be able to go down to some extra prompts, and you'll see the GovCon Cheat Code AI's prompts in there. Most of you guys will probably see some locked things. All the features aren't open, and all of that stuff is going to cost a little bit extra because that's Pure Money AI. But you do have black cheat codes copy all inside of there. Also, the GovCon cheat code section right here, I meant to change that name. You can also come right here and access the government contract and marketplace. Once again, that link is right there. Make sure that you guys are clicking there. If you have any issues, okay, or you need to know something, we got a knowledge base right here. Click on the knowledge base and start learning some things. But any information below this line, below your account setup, if you need help with these two things right here, you need to go to sbmoneyflow.com, message on the bubble, and my team can help you there. But if you're having any technical issues right here, don't forget, click this bubble right here. We have a tech support team that can help you out with anything right there. Now let's dive into here to the calendars. When you guys get started, we've already set stuff up for you. Now, you have this shell, but you also need to allow yourself to be able to build your system. We gave you templates, but not all the time the templates work for you. And I can't stress this out to you guys enough. You have to be able to build your own thing. And let me show you guys something here real quick. Matter of fact, let me switch to this studio. All right. Now, we're about to draw something here again. Now, this is the difference. In 2023, going into 2024, how many of you guys heard about the massive layoffs? Put a me in the chat if you guys have been hearing about layoffs left and right over and over again. Layoff here, layoff there from big companies, right? Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because they don't care if you cry about it. We're in a capitalistic country. So instead, you should be asking yourself, like, how and why are they doing that? And it's because of AI and automation. So let me show you what used to happen just like 5-6 years ago when I was in the workforce. Like, this is what was going on with us. But we have an opportunity right now that the faster you learn this tech stuff, the easier it's going to be. So back in the day when I was building my business, you had to find a strategy, right? The strategy was what got you paid. Now, with government contracting, there's nothing special that I do that you can't do. There's nothing special that majority of the companies do that not any one of us can't do. Because we're going to be hiring people just like they hire people. It's all going to be the exact same thing, right? So since we all have those capabilities, your strategy is what lowers your costs. So now, how do I lower the cost? Well, again, back in the day, we had to find the personnel. So maybe your strategy was to go to a college and get a graduate. That's why you see these big companies set up at colleges, because they can get them at a low price, right? And they're very skilled and trained. They're getting even smarter these days, right? But now you can get them at a low cost. So you can go get 20 college kids that cost $70,000 a pop. And I mean, you just do the math. That'll tell you how much it'll cost them to solve a problem. And trust me, whatever that cost is, they're putting a multiplier on there to get their money back. Now, imagine if you didn't get the college kid and you needed 20 people, right? But instead of costing 70 a pop, it costs you 90 a pop. Well, you do 90 times 20, you cost a whole lot more than I do, because your strategy was to go to monsterjobs.com and find people, opposed to my strategy was to go to engineering schools for the engineers that I needed, and I could get them at a much cheaper cost than you, because you hoarded money. You built the business to make money. I built the business that my money makes the business. So all I knew is that I had to budget a marketing cost in here, that I calculated the cost of the plane trip and the hotel for me being at the school. That, see, if I did 90,000 times 20 and then I did, 70,000 times 20, I'm pretty sure that I got enough money that I saved for me to get my hotel, my flight, and all of that, and still have some profit left over, opposed to me hiring the individuals. It's just strategy. That's it. So the 2023 strategy is now AI and automation. Because I get to eliminate people. People used to cost me $90,000. Do you know how much I got to pay now? I got to pay a $497 a month subscription, and I don't have to have people talk back to me. I don't have to have people try to sue me. I don't have to have people try to slip and fall. It's just a whole bunch of risk factors from employees that I ain't got to worry about no more. And now, instead of needing 20 people, I need 2. And a $497 software. Now, for the individual who didn't want to pay attention to AI and didn't want to pay attention to automation, but they've been winning these contracts for a very long time, and they've been winning it at $10 million a contract. Well, my cost with my 2 people and my automation don't cost me nowhere near 10 million, but I ain't going to give you that much of a discount. We coming in at 8 million. I mean, I'm giving y'all the game right now. This is how you come in and you take work from people. It's about your strategy. And I'm telling each and every one of you guys right now in 2023, going into 2024, you better have automation and you better have AI into your strategy. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to play this game correctly and come in with prices right. Because everybody's scaling back. So now we can get back in to the importance of what I'm about to show you guys. Now, since it needs to be your strategy, what I like to start with before we even dive in is you should have some type of whiteboard. Like you got to map out your flow, because again, this is your strategy. This is your gold mine. This is what literally can save a business millions of dollars and put millions in your pocket. I just showed y'all the math of how you can save them millions, but yet make you millions. So you kind of don't want to show people your strategy all the time when it comes to this. You may want to tell them the tool that you're using, but you don't want to tell people the sauce. Like, this is how you eliminate employees. If you can map out the flow of how an employee will operate, so now I just need you to think. If I had an employee that came into me and they called my admin that I would have to pay $80,000 to sit down at a desk, and if an admin was taking a call and the person said, I wanted to schedule a call with Travis, all I need you to do is start mapping out that flow of how that would happen. Okay, so now, how does that go? We got a trigger. What was the trigger in real life? The trigger in real life was somebody called. Well, our systems with SB Money Flow, we got a phone number too. So that could be your trigger if that's your business. When somebody calls, this is my first trigger right here. But if you're an online person like myself, you know what I'm saying? We got the phone system, but I'm telling y'all right now, the phone system that I got is just connected so I can collect your data. We ain't picking up no phones. The real reason I don't want to pick up no phones is because I don't have the time right now and I haven't invested in the personnel, to monitor those calls. Because I don't know what some employee might say to y'all on these calls, and I haven't trained them to protect me yet. So my protection is not getting on phone. But I still have the phone system for the data. I can go back and call you and set up triggers and all that. We're going to show you here in a minute. So it's what is going to be your trigger that starts your automation. Now, I'm going to build one with you guys live today. I need to set up an interview in promotions. So some people want to promote their products and stuff on my live shows Tuesday through Thursdays. And also we need to get to interview some entrepreneurs and business owners. So I don't want to talk to people about that. Ain't no money in talking to people about, what's your schedule and what's my schedule? And let's email back and forth. I'm not about to waste my time doing that when I know I got a system that can do that. The other person on the other end can waste their time doing that, but Travis make too much money to be sitting there talking to people and figuring out schedules. I'm a tech person. We got tech for that. So all I got to do is write it out. So it's complete a form, right? So I know if I'm sitting on here and I'm saying, hey, somebody wants to get on live, I just need them to complete a form. So now we can start breaking all of this stuff down into smaller segments, which you should do, but I just don't have the time. So it's like complete a form. How would that look? Are they going to a website? Are you going to tell them to DM you with a number 222? Because we can do all of this in the tools, SB Money Flow. It's however you want to do it, right? All right, so we're going to complete a form. Then I needed to send a thank you email and a text message to the person that completed the form. And again, you should really put all the words and all of that in there. Then I need to make a decision. So I should have put another mark right here that said decision making. All right, and it should be another triangle here that says make a decision. And then it should be an if-then statement. So if I don't want to promote their product or I don't want to interview them, it needs to come down to here. Nah, it ain't going to work. And then I need to send them an email to let them know it's not going to work. Then I can go ahead and just cancel this whole thing out because it ain't going to work. If it does work, then I need to send an acceptance email and text message with the link to my calendar for them to schedule the call that works for them. And then I need to set a task to follow up with the individuals if they haven't submitted the information. I need to put another if-then statement right here. If they haven't scheduled out this information within a week and a half of me sending it to them. And then I need to send another reminder. And if they don't fill it out after that reminder, we're just going to end the whole thing. All right? Just that simple. And when you guys get involved with SB Money Flow, I need you to get in a habit of saying, let me map stuff out first. If you don't map stuff out first, I'm telling you, you're going to keep running in a circle. How can you figure out how to map stuff out? Cheat. What do I mean by cheat? Go find people who are already doing what you want to do, whatever that lane is, whatever that niche is, and follow them. Join their newsletters. If you got the money, buy their stuff. And now when you buy their stuff, you buy real slow. Screenshot everything. Pay attention to when emails come to you, phone calls come to you, reminders come to you, because that is the system. You need to document how long did it take? Was it an hour before I received the email? Was it 30 minutes before I got the text message? We need to document this, because if they're making $10 million off doing this, we should probably be copying their system. I ain't say we got to copy the words, but we need to copy the flow. All right. If you don't know how to copy and cheat, build out the flow the best way that you think right now. The most important part is to collect this data. If we don't have the data, we can't do anything. All right, so we're about to build this up. I see y'all got y'all questions in here. Let me take a look at these that are popping up right here real quick. Will we have access to the tools and systems while in the 30-day challenge? Yes, you will have access to it, and it will cut off at the end of 30 days if you do not get your subscription. But for those 30 days, yes, you will have access to it. My apologies. Hold on. I want to make sure I get this a little bit bigger for you guys so y'all can see the question. All right. Pull this back up. My apologies to interject with something not relevant to the topic, but my company email is broken without having to work, and I can't. Man, that's tough. I mean, I don't know. Everything is built around email, and you got to get that email fixed. You got to get that thing fixed fast. We're an automated system. Everything that we talk and move on is automation. You got to get the email fixed. All right. So now that we got all that mapped out, guys, I'm going to show you how easy this stuff is. So we're going to keep that there for a second, but let me come back here. You guys can use Zoom for a whiteboard if you don't have a whiteboard. Now, before I dive into the forms of how I had that drawn out, the first thing I want to do is come to my settings, and I want to show you guys what we've already put here. So when you get started, you kind of got some stuff to work off of already. Come on. See the zoomed in feature. Ain't liking the kid right now. Or maybe my web page ain't liking me. All right. You know, my internet always wants to act crazy when I'm trying to do some things. All right, let me see where we at. Demo account. All right. All right, come to your settings. Come to your calendars. We've already programmed calendars in here. Now, what I would highly advise you is for whatever you're thinking about right now, I would probably grab one of the calendars we've already programmed in and start from there. And when you grab anything that we've built for you already, okay, I want you to always come here and then duplicate or copy whatever the button is. And then you can do whatever you want to that copy that you got. Because if you mess it up, you can just delete it and come back and copy it again. But what you'll see with our calendars, all of this right here is timed calendars. So, right, if you need a 30-minute calendar, 15-minute calendar, it's right there. The other thing is we have these already programmed. So if you are setting up your personal calendar, you could take one of these user calendars. So find one of the scheduled calls with us that has a name value, and you can make that your calendar. Okay. Instead of starting from scratch. Now, the reason why I tell you that is because all of these calendars are connected to automation. So if you start a calendar from scratch, if you come up here and you do create a calendar from there, yes, you can create a calendar, but then you also need to remember you got to now create the automation behind it too. And it ain't just going to automate for you. One of these right here automates for you. Now let's take a look at the automation of it. So we got to schedule a call with us. If we come back over to here and go to our automation side, we now need to look through here, right? So all of this stuff is labeled out. We had an incoming lead follow-up is probably the folder that it's going to be in, but you could also do this, come to your top and do schedule and DU. All right, so we got a website schedule call button. We got a canceled no-show. We got a canceled meeting, a no-show, let's reschedule. See, all of this stuff has been automated in case a person doesn't show up for the call. If they've canceled the call, that's why I'm telling you our calendars are already programmed out. So let's click right here. Now, what did it say? It was a work with us. So what do we got here? The work with us. Always look at the top of your triggers. So remember when we set up the, dang it, I think I may have, remember when we set up this first part, that was the trigger, was to complete the form. Same thing with automation. This is why I'm telling you guys, you need to really draw it out to see it. So this is my trigger. I now need to come to the automation system and say, okay, well, let me look at triggers. They booked the appointment on my calendar. That was the trigger. If it was a form, again, you just click your trigger and look at all the different triggers that you got the opportunity to fire up automation off of. If you got people's data, this is how you, like, these companies don't really care about your birthday. They set up reminders and triggers for all of their contacts that they got the data on their birthday, and they're going to automate the birthday follow-up and put your name in it and make you feel special. They're going to send an email to you on your birthday. It's all set up through the system, and I'm giving y'all the power of the system. And you can use it for however you need it to be. And it don't cost nowhere near what all these other companies are charging for this type stuff, right? Tags, I mean, again, the list goes on. So I said form, right? So I need a form that's submitted. Now, I need to build the form too. That's the other problem. You would just label this. We're going to label this promotions form. Promotion. Oh, that was interview too. Interview promotions form. All right. Then I'm going to add a filter. And this is where we would select the form. So we say form is, and again, I still got to build out that form. So let me just put a form here for right now. And we're going to go back and build that form. So this is the other trigger that I put right there. Now, granted, my trigger, I said I didn't want it to start with the calendar, so I will really need to take these calendars off. But I'm not going to save this because remember, this is the main folder. I told you should make copies, so I'm doing something wrong that I didn't even tell you guys to do. I didn't make the copy of that folder. Now, before I also dive into that to make the copy of that folder, I'm going to show you guys that you can come here and just create a workflow. And we also got these recipes. So you don't have to grab that template. You can come here if you know you need a recipe to appointment booking. We got workflows already worked out like that. If you want a appointment with a confirmation reminder survey request, like we already got some stuff worked out for you, so you can look through here and start from one of those as well. Now, before we finish up that automation, I'm going to go back to calendar really quick, and we're going to build the calendar that I need. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these schedule calls with us. The first one, I'm going to duplicate it. All right, now we're in the actual calendar. This is where you schedule the calendar out how you need it. If you had a logo you want to put there, you can put that there. Now, I'm not going to change the naming convention too much for right now, just because I want to remember what the original naming convention was in case I need to grab automations and change them for what I need it to be. All right. But what I am going to add right here is a schedule call with, and then we're going to add interview promotions. All right. Please choose a time that works best for you. Cool, that'll work. All right, I can keep it in that group calendar. I don't need to worry about any of that stuff right there. Now I'm going to say that we're optimizing the calendar for it. And now this is if you had people on your team, right? So I told you guys, like, I'm trying to teach you guys how to let other people do the work. So if you had people on your team, you could choose who this calendar would go to, and you could tell it. So if you had a help desk or anything of that nature, you could optimize it for the next available agent that you have on your help desk, or if you got a couple virtual assistants, whoever's available, or you could do it for equal distribution, because, you know, some of them help desk people be complaining that I'm taking on more tickets than the other person's taking on. So you can make sure that you make that thing even. But whatever you choose right here, then you would have to put the team members on there, right? So I put myself right there, and I've connected my Zoom account. So you could do Google Meets, a phone call, whatever you need. So I'm going to say Zoom. It'll automatically sync in with my Zoom when somebody connects or schedules a call to send them the Zoom link. So I don't have to come up with the Zoom link, and it'll send me the Zoom link as well. I could choose whatever color I want that calendar to be. Cool. Then I'm going to go to my availability, and this is where you're going to customize this out. Now, this is where you can have multiple calendars, right? So I have like a meet me in person calendar in DC. If somebody wants to meet me there, I got a calendar for that has specific times and days that I'm available to do that. I have, you know, a networking calendar. So while I'm out talking to individuals, that calendar is wide open. Everywhere, every slot is available, because whoever I'm giving that link to, I want to be available when they're available. So that one has different settings and time features. So you can have multiple calendars for whatever you need. So say this calendar, what am I doing for this calendar? This is for people calling me. I ain't talking to nobody on Sunday or Saturday. Friday not happening either. Monday can happen. I ain't talking to nobody before noon. Yeah, that's going to work. So we can do 12 p.m. I say 12 to 4 p.m. will be an open window that I'm okay with. And then I'll do 7. Well, I can't do 7. Well, yeah, I can. I'll do 7 to 9 p.m. Those will be my open windows. And I'll copy those to the other days. All right. So you see that just copied to the other days. Now, Tuesdays, I can't do that. So, matter of fact, we're just going to delete that, because I can't do that on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because I'm here with y'all. So that's the only windows that they're going to have an opportunity to talk to me. Now I come down here in this meeting with them. The interval is like how the blocks that you're going to have on your actual calendar for them to schedule appointments. You could do this every minute. So now this is your strategy. Again, if you got like a help desk in place, like this needs to be set to every minute or whatnot. If you're a solo individual, 30 minutes is fine, but however you need it. Then it's how long do you want this meeting to be? This is a 10-minute meeting with these individuals. The minimum scheduling notice, okay? I need at least a 3-day notice. And it's how soon can they book it? They can book this stuff right now, so I'm going to leave it. And then it's how many of these can be booked per day. So like if the Wednesday happened, how many Wednesdays can this calendar be used for this segment? So let's say I'm not going to interview nobody more than once a day or something. So only one booking can go down per day. And then I don't need to worry about a buffer time, and I don't need to worry about the per slots, because I'm only allowing one. I go down to my forms. If you had a form, which again, I need to create that form, I would attach it here. So this is connected right now. This is why I told you don't change the names. It's connected to schedule a call button calendar. So let me come here really quick. And remember, this is the stuff we already have programmed for you. You can make the changes, and you should make the changes for however you need it to work for you. This is just the flow that you create your own flows. All right, we come down here to sites. Come over here to forms. All right, so let me go back. What was that form label? Z001. All right, I'm going to look for Z001. Okay, that's a schedule a call with us. This is what that form looks like. First name, last name, email. So if I wanted to change this up, which I'm not going to use that form, so I'm going to say C001. I'm going to duplicate that. And again, I'm going to change this to interview slash, what did I say? Promotions. Now, also the other reason why I'm adding the stuff back here opposed to the front is because we already got this stuff labeled, and I know I can quickly find it by doing Z001. I can read the rest and understand that this is the new one that I changed. All right. So now that I got that there, then I can come in here and go ahead and, make it pretty and ask all the questions that I need in order for it to flow for me. So the other thing that I'm going to do is that I kept up here is I'm going to come right here to Chat GPT. Now, yes, we have the AI built in there, but I've already built that with prompts to help you with certain things. Some stuff I still need you guys to go over to Chat GPT and talk to it. Now, Chat GPT knows everything about me. I'm telling you, these segments right here, I talk to it every single day. I'm not kidding you. Anything that you've seen me posted or whatnot, Chat GPT has been helping with the titles, the description, like all of my AI features have been helping me do everything. I've literally fired 11 employees so far. I've just imagine how much money I've saved. Okay. So anyways, I can come here and what are we trying to do? We need a form. So I'm going to say, because they know Chat GPT already knows about all of my live segments. So I'm going to say, go back to my assistant and I want you to help me as a, what are they? Shit. All right. I'll just make it like that. I need you to help me with, scheduling, with questions needed to be asked for individuals for potential businesses that would like me to promote, or they would like to have me interview them on my social media channels during my live segments Tuesday through Thursday. Now, as y'all can see, I can't quite spell all the way, but that's okay. Now, again, this Chat GPT knows about me, but I'm going to tell you guys another thing that you could put right here. Before you give me an answer, be sure to ask me any questions that can help you to produce the best result. All right, so I don't know what questions are asked all the time to make sure that I'm getting the right people on these interviews or whatnot, But again, I need to automate stuff out, man. I don't have time to go back and forth with people. I would rather take my time. This would take me maybe, an extra hour or two out of my day to do this, but it's going to save me hours, not just hours. I don't have to pay a assistant to do any of this stuff. All right. So now you can see it's asking me the questions like who's the primary audience of the live segment, blah, blah, blah. So I just showed you that part so you guys can know, you guys can know how to talk to ChatGPT. But now ChatGPT been going real slow here lately too, by the way. Now, I don't have time to answer those questions either. I'm not that dedicated into this. So I'm going to tell it, okay, I will take your answers as the best answers for those questions, as you know who I am and what I do already. So please give me no more than 6 questions to be asked to make sure I get a person or business who is not trying to get over on my community. All right, so it's going to give me those questions so I can hurry up and fill out that form because I told y'all I trust ChatGPT. Man. And I would advise you guys to, definitely those of you that are involved with SB Money Flow, you should talk to ChatGPT every day. Every day. It's literally going to save you guys so much money. It's going to make you so much money too. Oh my goodness. The minute I sit somebody down and I tell them my processes and procedures, like I just gave the power to one person that can probably equate to like 10 people. Because I just got to show them my flow. I just don't have the time to sit down with nobody and show them all that. Time is of the essence, and I don't have too much no more. All right. Come on, ChatGPT. God dang. All right, there we go. All right, can you describe your business model? Boom, boom, boom. Track record. So I got my questions, all right? Of course, they're just to get you started. You know what I'm saying? Now, as time's a ticking, I don't want to hold you guys up anymore so y'all can see exactly how I'm about to do that. I'm going to come right back here. All I'm going to do is add those extra things in here and click save, okay? Once I get that done, that'll be in my new folder, that Z001 right here, promotions folder. That is also connected with that calendar that we just made. The only thing I now got to do is come take a look at the automation behind it. Okay. So remember, what do we have? Schedules. All right. User. All right, so this was that workflow. So I could eliminate these other two. Again, I keep telling you guys to do something that I keep forgetting to do. So we're going to make a copy, duplicate workflow. And then we're going to do interview / promotions. All right. Once we get that done, we're going to open this bad boy back up here really quick. Now, remember, everything should be in draft mode. If it's in draft mode, it ain't on. I would advise you guys that too, because you probably got a lot of stuff that's on already. So make sure that you guys turn that off. Definitely, if emails is something that's sending out to your system, it's probably because something is on in the automations. And you always got to click here and then hit save to make it actual. So anyways, we're here to schedule a call with us. I don't care about this stuff. This is just removing them from other automations that are in my system. So the cancel the meeting, no shows, request a call, it's removing them from all of those workflows. Then what the system says is wait 30 seconds. Then you need a schedule a call confirmation. But here goes the kicker, guys. Remember, I told you that's the one that we built. But what about what I need? Well, I needed to send a thank you text message, and then I need to make a decision. So I can come over here and I'm going to send. Well, I guess I should have did this first because this trigger wouldn't be a schedule a call with us. I would need to do the form, right? Because I want them to submit to the form. So I'll just put all of this stuff on the website. Now, the form is, I would select the form. All right, and that would be the form. So now every time that form is filled out, it's going to trigger these automations. I want to actually delete this calendar. And instead, I'm going to have this flow through here. So I told it to wait 30 seconds. Once it fills out that calendar, I wanted to send an email. Now, as you can see, we already got an email in here. This is why I copied it. This email already has the name and all of that stuff for the user. I'm okay with it sending this stuff right here. The subject is just what I need to change. So I'm going to come here. Anytime you see stuff in brackets with the name in it, we're using your custom field. So like whatever you filled out as your business name during onboarding, this is why it's important for your onboarding. When you fill out the information, we have this thing to program to just automatically put this stuff in place for you. So if it was a schedule to call, it would be your first name, will be the contact's first name, and it was tell them, hey, your call scheduled confirmation with your company, right? And you ain't got to worry about that. But again, we're not using that. Instead, I'm going to put their first name, and we have received your request. I told you I can't spell. Spelling ain't never paid me, so that's why I don't care about it. So we've received your request with that company, all right? Now, I need to turn this template off because this is stuff that we've already had programmed in. I'm going to put none, and instead I'm going to go ahead. Oh, man, I just messed it up. So remember, you should have copied all of this before you change this template, but whatever. I'm going to need to put something there for right now. I'm going to come back and fix this. So you would put your email in here. And guess where I'm going to get the email from? ChatGPT, okay? I'm just going to come over here and say, okay, give me an email copy for the person who filled out the form. This copy needs to let them know we will make a decision in 48 to 72 hours. And I know that's together, but I don't care. ChatGPT will figure out what I was trying to say. So, boom, we're going to let ChatGPT go ahead and get that email because I ain't got time to be thinking about no emails. All right. As y'all can see, I don't think too much no more. Just type. Hey, I'm telling you, the person that's talking to the AI is about to be the breadwinner in 2024. That's why I got AI incorporated in all the stuff that we do. I wanted you guys to get a taste, get a starting point. And I'm only imagining that this is messing up because I got all of this stuff running. I'm going to have to close. All right, we're going to close this. Come on, ChatGPT. If y'all are picking up any of this right now, put a fire emoji in the chat. Again, if you are picking up any of this information that I'm telling you, go ahead and drop a fire emoji in the chat. I appreciate y'all that's been hanging out with me here. I know we're supposed to be out of here in an hour, but it's a lot of information to share. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this bad boy on over. All right, take this right here. I don't remember where we were at. Were we here? There, right? I'm gonna copy this, drop that right there. All right, so dear recipient's name. Well, we ain't gonna say no dear. Instead, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go to custom values, contact. I'm gonna put the first name. So everybody that comes here is gonna go ahead and drop their first name in it. And then thank you for expressing interest. We're thrilled that you're considered blah, blah, blah. We're currently reviewing the submission and excited, blah, blah, blah. Please follow up 72 hours. You're passionate, good to go with me. I like that. I'm going to put another custom value here as well. And I'm going to put user, my full name, because it's going to put me in there. And then I'll go ahead and put Pure Money CEO. All right. Now let's say, matter of fact, let me go ahead and bold this. You know, I need to make sure I go ahead and bold their name as well. All right, cool. If I had any links in there, I put links, but we ain't got none of that. I should test email this stuff to me first, but I already know it works. I've been doing it for a while. I also want to change this to what it is. This is an email confirmation. All right. Then I could move down and send the same thing through text message. All right. So I change the template, put that none, and I wouldn't send as much information in text message. It'll be short and sweet. But, you know, again, this is how you could go ahead and just send text messages out. But I'm not going to deal with that. I will also put a tag on them. Okay. So I'm going to come here, take these tags off, and I'm going to add a tag that says interview promotions request. Now, it's important that you always put tags on people that opt into your systems, because that enables you to get back to those people faster. I don't think I can put a tag cannot be. Oh, I'm stupid. It's a new tag. There we go. Got to add the tag. All right, and then add contact tag. This is what we're going to do right here. Put that there, and then we're going to save that there. So now everybody that comes in through this system, they'll be tagged. And now I could just send an email to everybody with that tag. And that's why it's important, too. Once they book a call, I'll set up the other automation that says remove the tag, because if I've already scheduled the call and made a decision or whatnot, I don't want to talk to them anymore for the group that I thought was a request, right? So it's important that you know that whole flow. This is why I'm telling you, you got to map out the flow so you can see how everything goes, all right? Then I can make a notification to myself, right? And I need to let myself know we got a new request. Right, and then you can fill out whatever message you need to say in there that you got a new request. I'll send a text message to myself. I'll add them to a pipeline. Now, I would develop a pipeline just for this. So now I know all the opportunities when they go to that pipeline. I can move and drag. And now when I go live with them, I can actually put the link to the live show inside of that card. So now I can email them the live show. I can set up automation and say, hey, when links touch this user's account, automatically send all of this in an email. Like, I'm trying to tell you, if you would just allow your mind to map out how you want things to move, we can automate it all. It ain't nothing that we can't automate. I promise you. So imagine you could say, hey, after I have the interview, I want you to now come back to the opportunity pipeline that user is at, and I want you to automatically send them an email. As soon as you've seen that pipeline get updated, send them an email with the new information in the update. This is stuff that we used to have to pay people $60,000, $70,000 to do. Then I can say, hey, wait 2 days, blah, 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 however you wanted to do it. But it's way past our 8 o'clock time. I hope that you guys see how you can literally, and I cannot stress enough, you're going to confuse yourself if you do not map it out first. Because if you map it out, you could just see it. And let me pull this back up again, this whiteboard really quick, because I want to show you guys how simple it could be and also how much more deeper you should take it. Because remember, we're trying to eliminate employees, but we still want the same power that an employee bought us. So let me come here. So you see how I had this as complete form? Well, honestly, this should be mapped out a whole lot more. Now you should have every question that you got right there, right? So now you know what completing a form looks like. And then sending a thank you email. Honestly, it should have like, okay, before the thank you email comes, like, what words do you want to be in this email? How fast do you want this email to go out? Is it like right after they register? Does it need to wait 45 seconds? Like, you can map out more stuff is what I'm trying to show you guys. Each one of these features right here, like, you can go deeper so the vision can be seen. But the goal is this is, Connie Falls is a great person to follow to learn about building systems. And this is not building the system as far as SB Money Flow. This right here is building out your system. I can't build SB Money Flow correctly if you ain't got this built out. And I'm telling you, 95% of you guys, you look at people and you say, hey, I want what they got. But you don't know what they got. They're not telling you what they got. This is what they got, but ain't nobody in their right mind going to show you their entire operation and flow of how they generate millions of dollars. They may give you a taste of it. They may let you see a piece of it. But it's on you for you to open your eyes up and just understand, like, let me just follow them and let me wait to get the answers. Can I buy the answers and get them faster? Or do I need to get it dripped out to me the way that they do it? The first thing that I'm noticing with every single user that makes money is they got something to trigger. What did they do to trigger? And I can set up the same thing. Is the email, is the calendar the trigger? Because here goes the other kicker with the calendar before we get up out of here. That same calendar that you build out, the reason that we have it like this, see, I don't want you guys trying to remember all these links and stuff. Instead, you can actually come here to your calendar. Say this is your calendar. I can share it. Well, how do you want to share this calendar out? Do you want it to be permanent, that you could program into a website or a button or something like that, and it's going to be there forever? Do you want it to be a link that when you change your calendar, it'll always change? Do you want to send this link out one time? This person can get a link. After they see it the one time, they can never have it again. But the beauty is the embedded code. So if you're a person that write blogs or something of that nature, like, you can embed your calendar straight there. So you're eliminating clicks of a user. If a user's got to click 5 times to get to your calendar, they're not going to book on your calendar. But if the calendar is right there where they're reading stuff, the odds of them booking increases tremendously. So you want to take your calendars and you want to allow those to be your triggers. It'll get you to trigger much faster. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys, the power of the calendars. The calendar is so powerful for your FU. And I know I said that was the last thing, but I want all you guys to know too that once you do get in here, we've already set up this automation as well for you guys, the FU folder. So if you come here to your sites and you're in funnels, you should see the FU folder. We've already set up this automation that you just come here, connect your domain, go to settings, connect your domain. Ooh, I just told y'all a secret right there. I don't know if y'all caught it. And then we go. That messed me up right there. All right, you connect your domain, and now this site is already done for you guys. So when you're out in the streets and you're talking to people, just go ahead. Don't take their card because I know you're just gonna throw it in the trash. Go ahead, Stu. You saw that, Stu? You go ahead, fill in your information right there, and we've already set up the automation for it to go inside of your software of SB Money Flow, create the contact, and go inside of your pipeline. So now you can F you with that individual. So the minute that you fill it out, it's going to come here to your opportunities folder, and you can go to the FU network, and those individuals will be right here. And you can go ahead and, make updates or whatnot. If you need to schedule an appointment with them, you could do it all right here. Put your meeting location. And again, this could all be automated. So imagine you talk to an individual, you're in the streets. They say, hey, set a meeting up for us tomorrow. See, most people will forget about it, but we're going to go to our tool. We're going to come right here. The calendar is set up. We're going to go ahead, put the appointment title and time and hit book an appointment. It's going to send them the email that the appointment's been booked, and it's going to remind all of us. If you set it up to be that way, you do need to set it up. Any tasks that need to be done, you could go ahead and type that in here. So you could say, hey, I need to follow up with the individual in 3 days, but now it's on their card. And when you talk to them on that FU, put the notes right here. And ultimately, when you do go to email them, all you're going to do is go ahead, click on their name, their contact details. So you're in the card, click on the contact detail right here, and never, ever, ever talk to them outside of your system. Don't you send them no damn text message outside of your system. Don't you send them no email outside of your system. Don't send them an Instagram DM outside of your system. Don't you send them no LinkedIn message. Don't send them no Facebook message. Don't send them no TikTok message. Do not message them outside of the system. You come inside of the system and you message them so we can track it. The minute you come outside of the system, I lose tracking. I don't know what you talked about last time. Neither does the system. So now all of a sudden I can come in here and I can say, okay, well, let me send them an email right here. And now I can start typing the email and go ahead and send it away. I don't think this is a real email, is it? I hope not. I think I saved it for not to be reals, but now I could go ahead and send the email. Of course, we can't find the real email because I messed it up. All right. But the email will come right here. And now I could track it. Same thing with text messages. If you DM them, and of course, I can't see it because I don't have my stuff set up. Okay. But if you DM them from your Instagram or whatnot, it will all come right here in the conversation. You wouldn't have to worry about anything. It's all right here. And now your follow-up game is 10 times stronger than anybody else's. So I hope that you guys have understood the power of small business money flow and the automation of the calendar feature. It's a whole lot more in here. I promise y'all. Again, you can come in here and get started finding government contractors with just a click of a button. You're going to come log in and you're researching your contracts. As you can see, it's just at a click of a button. So you can get back to doing work that really matters. We are in 2023. Technology is your new employee. It's 10 times cheaper, 10 times faster. It don't talk back to you. Ain't no risk involved with them saying something wrong and you getting sued. Any of that, it's all gone. You can also get AI access. Once you come in here, you click right down here. This is going to load up for you. You can see the features that you have access to. I believe y'all have about 3 or 4 features here that you should have access to that you can use. But you should also have access to the Black Cheat Code AI, which will be found under Prompts Library. Now, of course, my own stuff don't never want to act right for me when I'm using it live. And there may be bugs with this too. I'm not going to lie because we just added this last week. And hey, Tech always causes some problems. All right. I see that it is causing us some problems. So we'll look into that. My bad. I was trying to click out of it and come back. All right, cool. Now let me come back here again. But these other features should be working. It's my black cheat code one that I've been struggling with trying to get it to work right. But you should be able to use some of these other features. These are a little bit more complicated for you. You do need to answer some questions. But once again, we've programmed these for the principles that I know, that I've been taught of sales and copywriting. So if you answer the questions, then I've programmed it in the back end to know what to produce correctly for you. If you're struggling and don't know what answers to say, this is why I'm telling y'all need to talk to Chat GPT some more. You should just start typing and talking to Chat GPT tonight, telling them your life story and just like talk to it like it was your best friend sitting right there. Because if you do that, it will help you with answering questions like I showed you right here 10 times easier. Because you could come in here and tell them like, hey, tell me what it is, the product or service. Let me just show you. What is your product or service? Now, y'all see, I ain't told Chat GPT nothing. What is, I don't say my. Let's see if Chat GPT know what the heck my products or services is. I don't know. We'll see. And then y'all can see, have I really been talking to Chat GPT as much as I say? I could probably scroll and it may take me a couple of days to keep scrolling back through this one chat thread right here. But this is what I'm trying to show you guys. Forget what everybody talking about. It's emotions that they talking about on the internet, man. We just got to be productive and we got to do it fast. Success and speed, they go together. I haven't seen a successful person be slow. And I'm telling you, it's getting a whole lot faster. Your primary product or service is SB Money Flow. Okay, it broke that down. A small business entrepreneur, particularly to navigate the complexities of government contracting. SB Money Flow streamlines tasks, blah, 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 blah. It has an Ad Master Pro Facebook feature and a Pure Money AI. Alongside SB Money Flow, you also offer educational resources, communities through initiatives like Pure Money Legacy and GovCon cheat codes, providing support and knowledge, sharing entrepreneurs, blah, 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 blah. I think it knows what I built. Yep, it knows me. So just like that, if you keep talking to it, it can produce the answers that you need to fill in for the AI if you get stuck right here. But I promise you, our AI, it will produce the results that you need to get you where you want to be. The other beauty about this too, let's see if my GovCon cheat codes one is open. Where we used to fall short with the black cheat code AI in the beginning when we first built it, we couldn't store your conversation. So after you sent it one time, I couldn't talk to you again. But now we have the feature here, which is also, this is just connected to OpenAI, but we can come back to your features. So whatever the result was that was produced to you on the output, you may need to put tweaks in it. I'm not going to say that the AI is always going to be 1,000% right to you, but you can always come back and now talk to it and say, hey, I need to make a change right there that you put in there. Like it made one little tweak in the results that you gave me. I need you to make one change. So now we can store it all in there and talk to it so it can develop exactly what we need. So those are the things that, we're growing into and getting better when it comes on that AI side to make this SB Money Flow stronger. But the stronger that we make it, the higher the price is going to keep going up. So I advise you guys to jump into SB Money Flow now while the price is where it is. Also, don't forget, guys, we have a 30-day, look, I keep forgetting the name of it. I want to say it right. The 30-day GovCon business blueprint. Those B's was messing me up. The 30-day GovCon business blueprint challenge will start January the 2nd. And we're going to be helping you guys build that government contracting consultant business that's going to be able to do government contracts with business to business, and build out your systems for business to consumers in case you got courses or some products and stuff that you want to sell. Go to sbgovconlive.com, get registered for that. And don't forget, once you get registered for that, you're going to be able to invite other people to join the challenge with you and get paid $100 every time somebody signs up. So that means if you invite 3 people and they join, you're actually going to be taking the challenge completely for free. So once again, go to sbgovconlive.com, get yourself registered before January 2nd, and Christmas is coming up. You could probably make a lot of affiliate money by telling your loved ones to join the challenge with you. Hopefully, you guys got value out of today. Make sure, again, you put a fire emoji down there in the chat if you guys picked up anything that I put down today. Also, if you have any questions about anything that I went over, I will open it up here for a couple seconds. I know I got like a 40-second delay on when I'm talking, but I'll open it up in case there are any questions that I can get that answered for you. As I am waiting for that stuff to come in, As I am waiting for that information to come in here, we're just going to do a quick rundown. Don't forget, next Tuesday, we will be talking about Investing 101 on our Dollars to Cents podcast. You don't want to miss that one. Trust me, I do investing completely different than anybody else because I don't invest normally like the other people be talking about. Instead, we do things the smart way. Dollars to cents. Our investing is about making money. So I'm going to be showing you guys how we going to make this money, and that's going to be your perfect investment right there. I guess I should put my self back on the screen here too, huh? So that's going to be next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time zone. Next Wednesday, we're definitely not talking about fueling the economy. I guess I should get to the right studio first. And then I'll be able to tell you guys exactly what we're doing. So next Wednesday, we will be talking about our socioeconomic statuses. You know, all of that minority-owned stuff, women-owned, Native American, hub zone, all the stuff that y'all be hearing people cry about and say the American government isn't fair. Well, I'm going to be breaking it down to you and showing you, well, I ain't saying that they the best at being fair, but they do got some systems in place that they're trying to help us, but we got to make sure that we help ourselves. So we're going to be breaking that down next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure that you guys are here for that. Next Thursday, we will be talking about building those funnels. The funnels are mainly going to be utilized for business to consumer, but you can do a whole lot of things with funnels. So we learned about the calendars. You can attach the calendars and funnels and so on and so on. But we're going to continue the series with small business money flow each and every Thursday. So we're always going to drop nuggets on how to utilize this system and automations until you guys catch on and make the decision to join us over here at SB Money Flow. If you guys want to get access to the system today and don't play around with it, you can scan that QR code right there and go ahead and join. I'll say right there. I mean over there. Go ahead and join us over here at SB Money Flow, or you can visit sbmoneyflow.com and get yourself started as well today. And don't forget, not only are you going to have the tool to make your own funnels and stuff of that nature, but every time you get somebody to join, you get 20% commissions every month that they pay. So if they pay in full, you're going to get 20% commissions of the paid in full price. Every month that they pay, you're going to get 20% commissions of whatever their monthly price is too. Our objective is for you guys to make money with us. All right. We want you guys to be our sales agents so we can put some money in your pockets. We did over $30,000 at the top of this year in 2024, I want to see if we can hit over $100,000 in affiliate sales. So that's one of my goals that we're going to be pushing for through this SB Money Flow and this Pure Money community. But outside of that, I don't see any questions. Ashley said, thanks, such powerful information. I appreciate you, Ashley, for leaving that comment for me. And shout outs to Billy. All right. All of the government contracting information that you guys see inside of the software. She is running Core Solutions Group. Her and her husband are running that operation over there, and we've partnered together, and they're helping me build out this SB Money Flow on that government contracting side. So I don't want to take all the credit for all the amazing things that they could do. We definitely have some parties helping work with us as well. And if I could bring on my onboarding team, I would definitely give them a pat on the back for helping me with that onboarding as well. I do see some questions. These were the old questions that I've already answered. My bad. But yes, you guys will have access to all of that. Robert, I appreciate you as well, my brother. I truly do. Dr. Felicia is in the building too. Thank you for being here as well. Once again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this information. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that save button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that need to hear this information. Outside of that, I'll see you guys next week. I appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out each and every time. Don't forget, we have over, matter of fact, let me look at the data before we get up off of here. Go to studio. I believe yesterday we were at 115, 120 or something like that. So we're at 15,186 followers. So we'll see how many we got by the time we jump back on here next Tuesday. Once again, you guys are helping this thing grow. The numbers that it's doing, I truly do appreciate it. Each and every person who continues to follow and support the channel. It couldn't happen without you guys. I love you all. Y'all take care. Once again, thank you for being here.